sad about it, so sad about it.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They run again on first down Lynch. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 43 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. A first carry now. This is Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
57. Mike.
Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Green 80. 56. 14.
1st down, the run with Lynch. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A gain of 3, second down. They give it to Williams, running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Yellow.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Williams. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. He's got Watkins on the out route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. Mahomes now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll run on first down. Lynch. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
14.
from just shy of midfield. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. On first down, Lynch. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Lynch. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes going to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They're going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll find Metcalf. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Chris Jones. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 62 yards. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jaron Reed. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Right there, 56. Come on, dude.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They set up the screen to Lynch. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now Wilson on first down. Caught by Wilson. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And all